Hello. Hi everyone. Hope you all are doing great. Welcome back to Crazy Geek. And as you know, this is actually part two of the accounting entries with softwares. So we are going into the next accounting software which is called as SQL. So SQL is something very common in today's world, today's SMEs. So I am going to show you the same three items that we are going to put into the software, which is first one is bank transaction, then the trade receivables and also the trade payables. So same thing as what we did earlier. I will really request if you do haven't watched the second video of this part, then you better watch that first. Then you come later for this video because some of the things I have already done in the previous video. Here I am going to show you how is the mechanism works in different software. That's all. Just bear with me a few things that I'm going to actually focus on. This is going to be very useful to you all. And also, please comment below in this video how is this video beneficial to you. So, how is softwares and double entries come together? Okay, first thing first, I am going to show you this is the interface. Okay, so SQL, you can download this for free trial for your learning or for your business. You can try out first, and if you like it, then you can buy that for your company. Okay, so let's all start with the cash book. So you can see here GL, customer, supplier, sales, purchase, stock. So I am in the GL. So GL and this part document, I'm going to go into cash book entry. So cash book entry, I am going to show you the two transactions, which are the money coming into the bank and money is going out from the bank. So first thing, I'm going to show you all the money coming in. If you see right corner here, there is new PB, there is new OR. So you click on the new OR. OR here means official receipt. So you click on this, we can see this is exactly like how you will get the money in, right? So receipt voucher, it's very similar to what we will normally say receipts. So very simple how you're going to remember, understand this first, then you can remember. So money coming into the bank, so receipt, you're receiving. So that's how you remember. Okay, so at the right corner here, you can see voucher number, next number, date, and project. So this is all up to you what you want to put based on the company. And the date is, I'm going to put today's date. And then here, receive from is Crazy Cakes and Rubber Hat. It's an example, so I'm putting here. So from this, you can see it is debiting into the bank. Now let's go to the main part of this transaction, which is entering the double entry. Debit the bank. Now where are we going to credit? So you plus this and choose the GL code. Since money is coming into your bank, then meaning you receive money either sales or other income. There are various income because different companies work differently. They have their own business nature. I will come to later parts of the videos in this channel. You can learn more about this accounting, taxation and auditing. What is this all about? Okay, so for this, you just key in one of the sales accounts. So here, for this software, how you can identify whether it's expenses, cost of sales or income, you always go to the chart of accounts. For every software, there is chart of accounts. In the chart of accounts, you can understand roughly what are the accounts they have, meaning do they have expenses, what are the account number, and then for income, what are the account number. From this, you can already know what to choose. Like for example, this one, SQL, those that starts from 5, account code 5, normally related to sales and other income. So now I'm going to choose sales. Okay. And the amount here is going to be 1,500, let's say. So this is the money coming in because there is a customer that's actually paying to you, or this can be called as cash sales. Okay, so your money is coming in through sales, debit, your bank, credit, sales. This one is a direct one. Okay, 1,500. So this is done. How you key in? And the last one is, don't forget to save. If you don't save it, then you can't see the whole transaction. So it's a waste of time only. So you save. And this save, there is actually two options. If you go to the right side of the save button, you can see there is save, and there is another one, save, and then there is an arrow new. So here what's the difference is, you save directly, meaning you will just save this transaction. It will not go to the next receipt voucher. But if you click on save and new, you will go to the next receipt voucher. Most times when you're working, not one or two transactions you're going to key in. You're going to key in plenty of transactions, hundreds, thousands. So those like that, it's always easier for you to select like this. So I'm going to just save for now because I'm not going to do so many transactions, only one. So save. And they will pop you out whether you want to enter the check number or not. And this one, you need to know what are the payment types that you're keying in. Because if it's bank, is it check or is it an online payment, how it is. So you can always change the payment details. So I would say no here, and then I close. So this is money coming in. And again, money going out from your bank. So same thing. You go to new PV. PV here means payment voucher. So payment voucher number, the date and the project. So I'm going to pay to this Miss Eddie. Okay, I'm going to pay her, for example. Okay, before that, you always need to be very cautious about which bank are you putting the correct bank or not. Here, I am choosing Maybank. So Maybank, if you have HSBC and you have other banks, you need to choose the correct bank. So for now, Maybank. And here, I'm going to put here the GL code. Since the money is going out from the company, meaning from the bank account, then what is debit side? So as you know from the first video, debits are normally expenses and cost of sales items. So here we go all the way down to code 5. After that is code 6, right? 6 are expenses and cost of sales. So I am going to just put maybe advertisement. So this one is code 9. This one varies. You will go through the chart of account, you will understand it better. As you do over time, you will get better at it. So trust me, it's easy. So advertisement, and then the description you can always change. Here the amount I'm going to be 5,000. I'm going to put maybe 10,000. 10,000. Advertisement is such a big company who does advertising and marketing in a very huge cost. So this is it, 10,000. Now you save. Okay, check number is empty. Again, I will put here no, but depends on your company. Or if you pay through check, then it's you put the check number. No, then I close. Okay, this is it. Now we are going to see whether the transaction that we have put is correct and what are the double entries of it. So double entries here, how you check is you go to GL, here top left GL, you go to print ledger report. Okay, I think it will be better if I actually explain to you what are the 3 types of ledgers. You can see here at the ledger report, there's filter by post date, text date. So post date, when we post. So the date, I'm going to put today's date up to this month. So this is the date. You can always change the date according to your preferences. Then you can go into here. There is 3 buttons, right? I won't say buttons, it's like 3 column here. So general ledger, sales ledger, purchase ledger. Okay, why we have separated these between three ledgers. Okay, very simple. General ledger are those not related to sales ledger and purchase ledger. Isn't it very easy? So everything else just comes to general ledger. So sales ledger meaning here what? It's actually a customer control ledger. So this also works very differently in different softwares. Okay, this one for this particular software, they say customer control here meaning they will only capture those related to the trade receivables, only receivables, and here purchase ledger is those related to trade payables. So this is it. Okay, after that there is group by and everything. This one is all your preferences. I will only choose account code not to complicate things. So then you click here apply. Then you can see general ledger. Bank transactions are part of general ledger. Okay, let's go and see our bank. Okay, so we have debited this one, right? We have debited 8,000. Go all the way down. You can see here sales 8,000. Okay, so this is correct already. Let me make it bigger. So 8,000 and another one, what we did just now was the 10,000, right? We credit the bank because we were paying. So this is credit. You can see how do you see is this one is debit entries and these are credit entries. So you credit bank, where do you debit? Debit your expenses. Just now when we did it was advertisement. So advertisement is here. So you debit your advertisement. So this is it. So you're correct. Now let's go to the next one. Next one is customer. So customer, same thing. Please go and watch the earlier video because in that video I have done it very slowly and in and out. So I'm not going to repeat the same thing here. So I'm just directly going to go into the invoice. So when you send an invoice to your customer, so here click new and the customer code. Here I'm going to put US corporation, not US, Start Trading, and this is it. You can see right corner, there's all the information that you need to fill up, invoice number from the invoice itself, and then the date. Okay, these are the things. And now I'm going to plus the sign. Okay, here I'm going to show you how these double entries work here. Please remember, we are in which interface now? We are in the customer invoice entry. So when you customer invoice entry here means your sales is in credit sales. So you debit your trade receivables, debit your customers, meaning debit your Start Trading Sri Berhad, then you credit here, or they already said it's sales account. It is sales account logically. Okay, you choose which sales account you want to put. Just now we said right 5, right? Going to put sales accessories. Sales accessories, and your sales is like 50,000. Okay, and you save. Done. So this is you're recording the invoice. Now let's say the customer paid the invoice. So if they paid, what are we going to do? Same thing, you go to the right corner, there's new, edit, delete, right? New. Then you go to the customer that paid. I am going to the same customer, Start Trading. And this is the number, this is the date. We are assuming he's paying on the same date. And this is the amount. Okay, very important, which bank account. So Maybank. This one. So I'm going to put here 50,000 also. 50,000. So which is the invoice? You need to knock off. So this is the invoice. This works like this for trade receivables and trade payables. Only that too is a bit different compared to other transactions. So here when I key in, you key in the 50,000. Now you need to knock off with the invoice that you have keyed earlier. So what is actually happening here? Visualize like you are doing for a real company. Then you will know what is actually happening here. So the moment you receive, you send an invoice and the customer paid to you. Now the double entry is you debit your bank, so this Maybank, and you credit the customer's account, meaning the trade receivable account. Just now was start trading, right? You credit, meaning they already have paid, and now you can see their balance is zero. So make sure you click this one. If you forgot to click, you see what will happen. You see, it is not prompting, so it will just save, and that is where you'll make mistakes. So very important to take this off, and then you save. Okay, no, then you close. Okay, now we are going to see whether we have done this correctly or not. Go back to the GL, go to the print ledger report, same thing, but here we are going to choose sales ledger, and then you apply. We go all the way to start reading. 50,000 we debited, and then we credit the sales. The sales will not be here because that will be in the general ledger. Then you credit this account, this customer account, you debit bank, and this will also not be stated here. So here is solely to see what are the outstandings you have, what are the balances you have for your each customers, only customers. So this is done. Now let's go to the supplier. Supplier invoice is the exact same thing, but it's in the reverse entries of customers. So supplier invoice, you enter first, supplier code. I am going to put Nokia. I know it's a very old company, but it's okay. So the invoice number, the date is today's date. This is the thing. So what are we actually doing here? What are we debiting? What are we crediting? I'm giving you a few moments, a few seconds for you to think of what are the double entry. If you get it correct, great, good job. You're focusing and you understand what I'm actually trying to tell. And if you didn't get the correct answer, it's okay. It's normal. So what do? You think what actually went wrong, why you don't understand, which part exactly you don't understand, and then correct it with someone you know. If you still can't, you are always welcome to comment in my video. I'll explain to you and will give you whatever resources I have to help you to explain this. So here you plus. What are we actually doing here? The double entry, the correct double entry would be you debit the purchase account, you credit the supplier. Here is Nokia Corporation. So the purchase account, you go all the way down, you go to 6, put number 6. So I'm going to put this account, purchase. So this is it, and the amount is going to be 66,000. Okay, so save. Close, go to the supplier payment, new, same thing, what is the supplier name, you paid off to this Nokia. So same thing, right corner, what is the number, the date, and the amount you want to pay. So I'm going to pay the whole amount, 66,000. And what is the bank, which bank? Sorry, Maybank. So Maybank here. And which invoice am I going to pay? So this is the invoice. Okay, so that's all. Very important to take. Okay, this is all for the supply you save. No. Set gain or loss ledger posting date. Okay, this one we can ignore for now. Okay, because I'm not going to go into this yet. So I just close this. And now I'm going to show you the GL, print ledger report. Go all the way to purchase. The date is correct. The account code I take, apply. So you're going to see Nokia. Okay, Nokia is here. We are going to, sorry for the disturbance. Okay, we are going to debit. We actually first we credited the account and then we debited the account back, right? Okay, this is what we're going to do. I think there was some misinterpretation with the number. This is 66,000. Okay, just for this purpose, I'm going to put this as 66,000. So bear with me. 66,000 because okay, I am sorry, I didn't realize that this is a USD account. So this is another very interesting topic. I'll guide you all later in the later videos about gain and loss. That is another very interesting one. But for now, we just go for a very simple one. So this one assume 66,000 and here you are paying 66,000 Malaysian ringgit also. So this is how the double entry works. So done, that's all. I hope you understand and remember this not only theoretically but apply at your work. Apply, go, and if you don't have a software, SQL software, please go and download this software and you will be wonderful at it. And please share if you really can do well. From my from my videos that you can really understand. And if you have any questions, please do comment below. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.